Make Dublin great again. Does it say make Dublin great again?
Oh, my phone here. Hang on.
We're live. Arlene, take it away.
How's it going? You're very welcome. I'm the host of Billy Scurry. You just lost him there. I'm your host, Arvin. You're very welcome to Decades of Dance Music Quiz, where we're going to test the contestants' knowledge of music history from the last 10 decades. That's 100 years. No one said it was going to be easy. You're tuned to Irish Media Network via YouTube. You're all very welcome. Let me kick things off with our first guest, which is Andy Bell of London Town. Andy, how you doing, brother?
Good.
So London,
just been out my front door clapping the NHS.
Oh, it's been mind-blowing here in London.
Letting off fireworks and everyone standing, applauding. It's been good.
That's amazing, man. So Andy, for those of you who don't know, is part of Shoegaze Maestro's Ride. Some of you may know him from Hurricane Number One and also that other band with the two brothers from Manchester and Gem Archer.
The Hollies.
You what? Right, Andy, so what creative vibes have you been up to since the lockdown, and what are you doing later tonight with Ride?
Ooh, creative vibes. Well, later on tonight, we're doing an album party that a friend of ours, Tim Burgess, suggested we do, where you basically, I don't know if you've done one before, but you play the album and then you interact with people while it's playing, explaining stuff about the songs, and everyone just chips in.
Awesome, brother.
So
awesome.
We're going to get abused for 45 minutes.
And you've been doing quite a few little videos on Instagram, which have been going down really well. I love that Smoke Belch 2 one.
Yes, and I'm going to make that into a proper tune as well. I mean, I'm going to make that a longer version.
Awesome, brother. Awesome.
Yeah,
next up, we've got Dublin City's finest, Mr. Billy Scurry, one of Ireland's most loved and respected DJs, who's also a chef about town, a father of one, and a man with impeccable taste in trainers and DJ mixers. Billy, how are you, fella?
Good, yeah. Yeah, thank you.
What have you been cooking up in the capital?
When I was cleaning up the other day, I forgot I bought.
Let's have a look at it.
No, I'm not showing you.
What have you been cooking up in the kitchen, man?
Huh?
What have you been cooking up in the kitchen for us?
All sorts of stuff. I was just downstairs having dinner. That Mabel made some blondies for dessert. That's why I was licking my fingers. Yeah, just sort of taking it easy, keeping distance, and trying to
keep the spirits high.
Just made to stay in touch with people online and just make sure everybody's okay and that sort of thing. And it's tough times, but we'll get through it with each other.
We really enjoyed your set with Mabel on the Kaleidoscope Instagram.
It was a bit of crack, on Kaleidoscope last night, and I just sort of, if it was an hour that stopped people thinking about what's going on, it's an hour well spent, So
indeed, brother. What's been your favorite meme of the lockdown period? Or you can say what you want here, man. We're totally
this is over 18s.
Yeah, this is over 18s, man.
Yeah, no, the Cam with the Frog one is Guinness thinking about me.
I posted that one.
What's Guinness thinking about me?
Yeah, I wonder.
They better be.
He'll be waiting for you, brother. He'll be waiting for you.
Oh, I cycled past the Swan and it's boarded up and all, and it stood outside.
The Swan, for those of you who don't know, is one of the classic pubs that is frequented by Mr. Scurry on the regular, especially on a Saturday afternoon for football.
Not that regular.
No, not on the regular. So finally, we've also got Youngblood, aka CC, who's in the corner there. CC is a respected DJ and producer who's been holding it down with residencies from Ibiza to London, as well as smashing top drawer techno and house sets at some of the finest festivals across the planet. How are you, CC?
I'm good, yeah, I'm good. I'm actually quite comfortable usually in isolation, so it's kind of like it's worked out for me. This whole cocooning vibe, yeah, I'm enjoying just kind of the slow down of it all, to be honest. I think I had a bit busy few months and a lot of traveling, which was great, and even though I can't do anything now, I'm kind of enjoying just being able to sleep all day. And now
what about your little trip to the motherland? When I say motherland, I'm talking about the other half of my heritage, which is India. You did a mix mag party over there. Tell us a little bit about that one, because that sounded amazing.
I fell in love with India. Yeah, that was incredible. It was quite high pressure as well, and I actually bumped into you. It was in a restaurant recently, just after I had not got to get to India the first time because of a visa delay. So there was kind of all of these things, and I missed one gig when I was supposed to get out there because of that. But we got there in the end, 2 days later, and I had the most amazing trip.
You can check out that live.
I've the best food I've ever eaten in my life. I mean, it was second to none. The food that I ate in Goa, it was absolutely incredible. It was like I still think about it to this day, every day. And yeah, the gig was amazing as well.
So if people want to check that gig out, they can find it on the Mixmag website, can they?
Yeah, the Mixmag, or it's on YouTube as well. Just search like Mixmag Lab CC, and she'll come out. She'll come up somewhere.
Awesome. And lastly, we have a quiz master himself, Mr. Owen Long from the Irish Media Network, who's going to be taking care of all the business end of the answers via a special WhatsApp we've set up for our contestants. How are you, Owen?
I'm very well, thank you very much, Irvine. Billy, I'm here because of you. I'm going to be here monitoring basically the answers as they come in via live WhatsApp. So none of the contestants are going to know what answers they've given until the end of the 10 questions. So if anybody who's at home has got a pen and a paper, they're going to be able to play along live. So Irvine will be calling out the questions and we won't be giving the answers until the very end as we announce the winner of this episode. Irvine, I'll leave it back to you, mate.
Ooh, okay. So, as you know, it's Decades of Dance. So the questions are picked from the history of dance music, essentially over the last 100 years, from 1920 to 2020.
1920s dance music. What's that?
Dance music in the 1920s. You're going to learn all about it. Now, Owen here has written a book on the history of dance music from the 1920s. Exactly. You got it, right? So, I mean, obviously there was dance music before the 1920s, but this period is obviously the most active period in music for dance music. You know,
we're going to talk about the birth of nightclubs. Social music started around 1920. So the real kind of evolution of the social scene that we know of today all begins in the 1920s with the start of the first nightclubs. So what we're going to do is give you 10 questions for our 3 contestants, and it's going to be questions amalgamated from the various decades from 1920 up till 2020. Everybody will have questions very specified to their own specific genre of music, and then there'll be a few questions that everybody will be able to highlight who the most knowledgeable person in the music industry is. Back to you, Irv.
I'm just looking at Billy Scurry there and I'm wondering, has he got the Google glasses on? You know that boy don't play. Okay, so let's start with the questions. I've got 10 questions here. They're from all over the sphere of music and history. So let's start with the first one. You guys ready? Andy?
Yeah.
Billy? Yeah. Let's go. So name the Holy Trinity of hip hop. Name the Holy Trinity of hip hop. 3 figures from hip hop history that make up the Holy Trinity.
Okay, I don't see us texting Andy a bell, and Billy is. Andy. There you go. We've got CC answers in.
I'm very slow. Say it. How it's easy. How it's easy.
I don't know. I could be wrong.
From the elbows.
Okay, Andy's answers are in.
I feel like I should be going.
I have a funny feeling YouTube would cancel us due to copyright reasons, so it was the one reason we didn't. Here we go. Billy's answers are in.
So we've got all the answers in. Quiz
all
wizard.
The answers are in.
Nice one, brother. Okay, question 2. The LP or long playing record was released in what decade? And for a bonus point, what record company was behind it? So the long player, the LP, was released in what decade? And what record company was behind it for an extra point?
Okay, Andy's answers are in.
I remember it well.
Granddad.
And we have CC and Billy's answers are in. So round 2 answers are locked and loaded.
Okay, for the third question, this is for the ladies.
Sorry, I just sent you a voice note by accident with my phone. I was
I saw that there and I was like, is she trying to cheat here by trying to bribe me with some audio?
I was like, what am I doing? Why am I sending a voice note? Help. No, I'm joking.
Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
Round 2 is complete.
Okay, so round 3. Who was the first all-female hip-hop crew? So who was the first all-female crew in hip hop? This is one everyone should know.
No.
You doubt it?
Okay, Billy's in.
Billy gets this wrong. Billy gets shot.
Oh,
Cece's in.
it's wrong. Don't worry.
And Andy's in. Round 3, answers are in.
Okay, excellent. Right, this is one that Billy, I'm not sure if you'll know, or CC, but Andy, you might have a handle on this one. Who invented the electric guitar and what decade?
Mel Gibson. I'm not outside, am I?
I think Mel Gibson.
Wrong.
Who invented the electric guitar and what decade?
Go for it, but I don't think it's right.
I can see typing.
Oh man,
I'm thinking of electric guitars. What brand?
Andy's answer is in. It's an impressive answer from Andy.
Yeah.
Billy's is in, and Cece's is in. Cece, no decade out of you yet?
Oh, I thought the decade was first, no? I sent in the wrong way
gotcha,
around.
gotcha. Yeah, you're in. Okay, round 4 is complete.
Round 4 is complete. Well done. Next question. What was Berry Gordy famous for? Detroit, where the party at? Right here.
Okay, we got some quick answers firing in there from Andy and Billy.
It's the first one I've actually known.
Motor City, baby.
And we know Cece's answer for that one.
Okay,
awesome. We got the answers in for round 5.
A little bit of knowledge there on Berry Gordy. His son is actually the kid behind LFAO, Party Rockers in the House tonight. Did you know that? Did you know that? Yeah. Shocking. Anyway, next round. I think we're halfway now. Are we halfway point?
Oh,
we have round 5 all complete. We're on to round 6 now.
Round 6, beautiful. In which decade was Burning Man and Love Parade festivals started? In which decade
they started the same decade
and Love Parade festival started?
Andy's is in.
In which decade was Burning Man and Love Parade festival started?
And Billy's is in. Round 6, answers are in.
Okay, this is one for Mr. Scurry there, but I'm sure you guys might know the answer too. So, The Loft, Zanzibar, and Studio 54 are all famous nightclubs of which decade? The Loft, Zanzibar, and Studio 54 are all famous nightclubs of which decade?
Quick answers from Cece and Billy.
Billy, you okay there?
Yeah.
And Andy.
Just keep looking around. Someone keep holding Andy a beer. No one's holding me a beer.
Let's see if I can hand you one in here there.
We have lots of comments coming in here on all the pages, by the way, guys, just so you're liking. Everybody's loving the idea so far. We've got round 7 complete now. There's 3 rounds left. And it looks pretty tight so far, guys. So I'm not going to lie to you. There's all to play for in the last 3 rounds here.
There's all to play for.
Mounts.
I forgot to tell you, this is like the Hunger Games. Whoever loses actually gets killed at the end of this one. So you're fighting for your lives here.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next question, which is round 7. Round 7?
Yeah.
Round 8. Sorry, round 8. What year was the Walkman released? What year was the Walkman released?
Okay, Billy's in.
What year was the Walkman released?
Oh, Cece's in.
Cece got it right. Look, he's giving that one away.
But you don't know what she guessed. So that's the beautiful thing about it. You don't have to vote.
Do that when I put mine in, so she must have got it right.
Yeah, she got in ahead of you though. So you okay. Round 8. We are complete.
Round 8's complete. Well done, guys. 2 more to go. What artist holds the record for the most Billboard top 10 songs in a year? What act or artist holds the record for the most Billboard top 10 songs?
So American top 10 songs
in a year. Yes. Now, you initially might think, I'm going to give you a little bit of help. You might think it's a certain artist or act, but it's probably not them. The most obvious is probably not them. Don't know if that helps you or not. So which actor artist holds the record for the most Billboard top 10 songs in a year?
Okay, Billy's in.
Everyone in?
We were waiting on CC. Here she
what
goes.
What actor artist holds the record for the most Billboard top 10 songs?
Okay, so we're into the last round here. I just want to tot up the scores before we go into the final decider. So, it's pretty much, yeah, somebody's already won. So we'll go into the last question, and I'm not going to we'll go into the last question, and then I'll be able to give you the exact answers for everything, all right? So into question 10.
Okay, and the final question, which I have no idea what the answer to this one is, because I don't have the answers, obviously. What instrument and genre is Earl Hines regarded as one of the best ever to do it? What instrument and genre is Earl Hines regarded as one of the best ever to do it? What instrument and genre is Earl Hines? There's Earl Hines
this guy. Look at
regarded as one of the best ever to do it. So what genre did he play, and what instrument is he famous for? Earl Hines.
Was his nickname Mr. Banjo? Mr. George Banjo.
He was good at the old banjo.
No,
rubber banjo. He was the rubber banjo.
Okay.
It's a tough one, that one. I don't know. I have no clue what the answer would be to that one, but I could have a guess.
Earl Hines.
It's just an easy one, man. So it's like the feel-good factor at the end.
Yeah,
Feel good.
not though. Quiz wizard over here does not want you to answer the questions. You got to remember.
It's a ukulele.
Okay,
okay, so again,
what was the dinner lady
who
played for Chelsea in 1972? No.
Ukulele.
Okay. So I'm going to go through the answers with you and then reveal the scores for everybody. All right? So the first question was, name the Holy Trinity of hip-hop. So the answers to this were Kool Herc, Grandmaster Flash, and Africa Bambaataa.
Wow.
So Billy Scurry is taking the lead with that one. CC and Andy did not get any points in that round.
What did they answer? What did they answer?
I just
what did they answer?
So
we had CC said NWA, and Andy said Run DMC, Erica B, and Public Enemy. So again, these were all in the golden age of hip hop at the start of the 80s, whereas 1972 with the release of the Technics 1210s, Kool Herc, Africa Bambaataa, and Grandmaster Flash started playing in the various boroughs of New York and started various mixes and DJing. So the next question we move on to is the LP, the long playing record, released in what decade? So the answer to this one was the 1930s, and it was RCA Victor were the creators of this. I don't know if any of you remember this. These were like the Apple of the 1880s to the 1930s. So they created a lot of phonographs. So again, the answers for that one were Andy got it right. Andy got it right because he got the 1930s. Billy got the 1930s. He got it right. And Cece got the 1930s. She got it right. Oh, sorry, Billy got this one wrong.
You got it wrong.
Sorry, Billy got the 20s. Yeah.
Billy, you're ahead of your time.
Billy's got that one wrong.
Billy, always ahead of his time.
Round three.
Round three,
we had who was the first all-female crew in hip-hop. So again, the answers for this were Andy got it right, Billy got it wrong, Cece got it right. So Billy's wrong answer was the Us Girls. It was Salt and Pepper was the answer.
Was it? Not Us Girls from Beach Street, no?
No, Salt and Pepper registered as the first hip-hop, all-female hip-hop act they have to be is what the the question was, and the prelude to them was Ina Ray Hutton from the 1930s. So question number 4, we move on to who invented the electric guitar and what decade.
I would have thought the answer would be Les Paul for this one.
It was indeed, Arvine. You would be completely right. Would you get the right decade?
40s? I don't know, 40s.
You were exactly right. So Andy got that right.
By the way,
Billy got the 1940s right, but he put in Mel Gibson. And CC put in 50s and Gibson. So again, CC was wrong on that, and then Andy and Billy all scored points on that.
Yeah.
So we go to round 5. Round 5 was, what was Berry Gordy famous for? And the answer to this was he created Motown Records, as opposed to CC's answer of tunes.
Of who?
What?
Tunes.
The answer is.
So again, we got Billy and Andy both correct in that round, and CC wrong. So the next round was question 6, which was, in which decade was Burning Man and Love Parade Festival started? Now, the answer to this was the 1980s, with Burning Man starting in 1986 and Love Parade starting in 1989.
Wow.
So CC got this one correct. Andy guessed the noughties, which was incorrect, and Billy guessed the 60s, which was incorrect. So
the Love Parade in the 60s.
And I say to myself, Burning Man has to be going on my age. The Love Parade. So did I miss a few Love Parades?
CC comes out with the points in that round again, and we move on to round number 7.
Hey, John Puffin stuff.
You're thinking of Dave Clark 5, mate. That was a total different.
Yeah.
So, okay, question number 7. Question number 7 was, the Loft, Zanzibar, and Studio 54 are all famous nightclubs of which decade? Everybody got this right, whether it was the 1970s. Loft had David Mancuso, the Zanzibar had Tony Humphries out in Jersey, and Studio 54 used to have Nicky Siano during the week. He owned his own nightclub, The Galleries, so he never played at the weekends. He only resident there during the week. So everybody was correct with that one. We move on then to question 8. What year was the Walkman released? And only one person got this question correct. Billy put in 1984, which was incorrect. Andy put in 1982, which was incorrect. And CC is the winner with 1979, which was the correct answer. Wow. Okay. So we go on to question 9. And it's, what actor or artist holds the record for the most Billboard top 10 songs in a year? So Arvine tried to give you a hint there, and it used to be the Beatles. They held the record for near on 40 years. But last year, Drake surpassed the Beatles. Wow. And again, CC was the only person who got this one correct. Billy had Bruce Springsteen, and Andy had Rihanna. So both good enough guesses, but not correct. And then the final question was, what instrument...
You wish, mate.
I don't remember.
What instrument and genre is Earl Hines regarded as one of the best to ever do it? Okay, so one person got half the question right, so it was Billy put in the ukulele, Andy Bell put in bagpipes, and CC put in blues and harmonica. The answer was actually piano and jazz. Count Basie called Earl Hines the greatest piano player in the world, and he was the prelude to Stevie Wonder, Herbie Hancock, and one of the most innovators of the genre of jazz music. So with that being said, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We have a winner.
5 out of 10 for Andy.
Well done, Andy, mate.
4 out of 10 for Billy.
Well done, Billy.
3, 4, 5, 6. 7 out of 10 for CC.
Whoa! CC.
I told you it was going to be last.
Well, congratulations, CC.
No, I didn't.
Go to show that an all-round knowledge of music is possessed within those ears.
Well done.
Oh, yeah. Somewhere in there.
Andy, we're going to have to kill you next. So you're going to have to someone calling around with an AK-47 to take his boat out. That was actually awesome. I really enjoyed that. Thanks for being part of it, guys. We're going to be doing this every evening, and we've got some great guests lined up tomorrow. We've got Joe Wallace, even, not Joe Walsh.
Joe Walsh.
Joe Walsh.
Joe Wallace,
mate, the ukulele player. Got Joe Wallace, the foremost authorities on Motown.
No flights out of here.
No flights out of here, mate. No flights out of here. We got Ashley Beadle and we got another special guest lined up. That's going to be tomorrow evening at 8 o'clock. Thanks so much.
Thanks. Nice one, yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being part of it. Love you guys.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. See you, Andy.
Cheers, guys. Cheers, everybody. Bye-bye. Stay looking.
Well done, CC.
Oh, thank you. See you later. Cheers, mate. I'm not having a cheers.